Whether you are just getting started in your smart home journey or you already have a thriving ecosystem, you've probably already heard of SwitchBot, right? They're the company that are most well known for their little finger gadgets that allow you to take previously dumb devices such as light switches or even the record player behind me and turn them smart. But perhaps you didn't know about all the other accessories that SwitchBot sell to allow you to create a versatile and cost-effective ecosystem. Not just that though, even if you already have an existing ecosystem, I believe SwitchBot can fit and integrate into it perfectly to allow for some of the most rich automations I have ever seen. So in today's video we're taking a look at just a few of those accessories, from their light bulbs all the way to the thermometers. Hello everybody, my name is Robert and this is Clue. Setting up SwitchBot devices is an absolute breeze, be that Bluetooth or Wi-Fi based. Just take them out of the box, make sure that you've pulled any tabs to allow the battery to start working in them, and that's basically it. Open up the app and these bots will show up automatically. From there, provide a Wi-Fi password if it is Wi-Fi enabled. If not, you can connect it up to the hub, which we'll talk a little bit about later, or just connect via Bluetooth and it's ready to go. It really is that simple. And I believe that other smart home manufacturers could learn a thing or two about how easy this was to set up. The main allure of SwitchBot is their pricing. I've got the RGB bulb here, which comes in at just £11.99 and doesn't require a separate hub. Now that does sound like quite a lot of money for a light bulb, but when you're coming from a company like Philips Hue, this is dirt cheap. And particularly for that price point, you get a lot more gadget. Let's take their contact sensor for example. Not only is it a contact sensor for your doors and windows, but it also has a built-in motion detector and it can detect light as well, so it knows when it is light inside and when it's dark inside. You are basically getting 3 gadgets in one for a very, very low price, and what that means is you can have some incredibly powerful automations. For example, when you open that door, you can check if the room is dark or not. If it is, you can then turn on that light. If it's light in that room, then we're not going to bother turning the lights on. It's these kinds of automations that I think are truly powerful and make the SwitchBot ecosystem rather unique. Energy efficiency is also key when it comes to smart home products. The last thing you want to be thinking about is when I need to change the batteries in these things. And SwitchBot have you covered there as well. Almost all of their devices are battery powered, and they're powered by a single or double AAA battery. And even the things that plug into the mains, like their light bulbs, are incredibly power efficient, especially compared to their competitors. To give you a comparison point, this bulb at full power sips just 10 watts, whereas the Philips Hue alternative is chugging down an enormous 60 watts of power. That is an incredible difference and is the one reason that I have decided that I want to switch all of my lights from the Hue platform over to SwitchBot, purely for that energy efficiency alone. Not only does it suck less power, but it is also much brighter and more colour vibrant than anything else I've ever seen. I don't know how SwitchBot have done it, but they have created one of the brightest, most colour accurate smart bulbs for pennies compared to other manufacturers. Through SwitchBot's cloud integration platforms with devices such as IFTTT, Google Home and even Alexa, you can take your pre-existing SwitchBot devices and build them into your ecosystem that you may already have. It is worth noting that this will require their hub, but we can talk a little bit about that hub later, because it isn't just a Bluetooth to Wi-Fi hub, it also has a few other tricks up its sleeve. Once you have the hub plugged in, almost all of your bots will automatically connect to it and be ready to use. Hopping into the settings is where we can set up those integrations with all of these different platforms. It really is that simple. Unfortunately, there is no HomeKit support here, and that is lacking. However, if you do have the know-how, you can always connect this up with Home Assistant or Home Bridge to allow you to control this through HomeKit. Absolutely all of SwitchBot's offerings can be integrated into their cloud platform, from their thermometers all the way to their buttons and even their motion sensors. It's not always going to be the case that you want to replace your dumb devices with smart alternatives, because sometimes that's just too expensive or not an option at all. And SwitchBot has you covered here too, when it comes to both their fingerbot products and their hub. Let's take my kitchen lights for example. Now, it's not the case that I don't want to make these smart, I simply can't. There isn't a way to do so. And that's where the bot comes in. It can simply sit over my light switch, and using its anchor, you can turn on and off that light with a touch of a button. It really is impressive stuff, and it isn't just light switches that it can work with. You could attach this to your coffee machine or even your record player. The hub is just as impressive. As I mentioned before, the hub takes all of your Bluetooth devices and makes them Wi-Fi enabled so you can monitor all of your smart home and SwitchBot gadgets from wherever you are in the world. But it also has an IR blaster built in, meaning that it can replicate all of your IR signals from all of your different gadgets. Let's take this 80s sound system I've got behind me. I can simply look at the hub, and then using the pre-existing remote for it, type in different commands and what it should do. It can then send out those IR signals and control those devices without me having to attach buttons or do any other extra work. It is pretty incredible stuff and makes for an incredibly versatile and exciting smart home where dumb gadgets can be a part of it as well. Let me give an example of just how powerful SwitchBot has been inside of my workflow. So as soon as I wake up in the morning, I go and open up my office door because I work from home. Once that contact sensor is broken, it's going to check what the time of the day it is. And if it is the very early morning, so let's say between 8 and 9 AM, it's going to send out an IR signal to my monitors to power them on. It's also going to turn on the light and make sure that it is a bright white light to keep me awake and get me ready to focus on the day ahead. The thermostat is also going to check whether it's too cold or too hot in the room, and then it's going to call to my Nest thermostat to turn the heating on or off as and when I need it. It is this kind of automation that I truly love, and its granularity and how easy it is to do in the SwitchBot app makes it a really unique product line that I don't think I've ever seen before. So to conclude then, I think new and veteran smart home enthusiasts are going to find a SwitchBot product they're going to love. Not all of their line is made for everybody, but there is certainly something out there that will truly pique your interest. And I just love how versatile they can be and how easy they are to integrate into your pre-existing systems that you may already have. I truly believe that SwitchBot has a place in every smart home in one way or another. Anyway guys, what do you think of the SwitchBot gadgets? Do you already own some? Is it something that you're looking to own in the future? Why don't you let me know in the comment section down below, and while you're there as well, get subscribed, it truly does mean the world to me. My name is Robert, this has been Clue, and I will catch you in the next one. Adios!